So stream is officially live, I think. Just make sure. I'll double check on my phone. Yeah, it's officially live. That's good. So yeah, I fuck with the live stream vibe. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with it because now I can dead just have my sessions be recorded, go on YouTube. I don't gotta worry too much about actually recording it through my QuickTime player. So I guess I don't know if I should stop my actual screen recording. I don't even think I ever started one. Oh no, I did. Yeah, you see. So I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop this and see. Just let the live stream play. Um, pull up my trading journal. Yep. So this is day one of taking the Apex challenge. So for those of you that follow Uncharted, you guys know that recently I've been experiencing challenges with Top Step because I don't know their trade evade system isn't working. So um, I don't really know what they're going to do about that, and they haven't really gotten back to us about when they're going to resolve the issue. So I'm not able to trade on my funded account, unfortunately. So I decided I'm just going to pivot and focus on getting another funded account with a different firm, that being Apex, mainly because their accounts were on sale to take their evaluation. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Um, so yeah, taking a new evaluation, and this is day one. We're really day two. Yesterday I was kind of treating this shit like casino. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, what the fuck? I can't trade. I came into the day locked in. I was kind of upset about that. Um, so I kind of just used yesterday as a way to play around, which is not ideal. I would never advise that to anybody. But I've been around long enough to kind of let myself do that and then bring myself back, the very next day or the very next moment that the moment demands of me. So, um, yeah, we locked in, and yeah, man, this trading thing is just it's a blessing to be able to do this. So I'll be documenting the evaluation and just the process that it takes for me to get another account. And I think it's important that I do this because it'll also help me trade better, because sometimes the way I'll go about getting these accounts is it can be it can be too dynamic. And when I say that, I mean like I'll follow a very dynamic risk approach where, I'm adjusting my size a little bit too often. And, me documenting it on YouTube on live stream is going to incentivize me to be more stable, more controlled with how I go about, taking my trades, placing, my risk, all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make this as transparent as I possibly can. And other than that, we jamming, yo. That's really it. So I'm like this. I won't get my heart on breathe down, not so. They go G on him. Park it back to limb and then go GLE up track. Catch a nigga in blam, dress gangly, nothing like that. Only nigga come through the rack. Nigga that rap. You know that rap come through the rack and chin. That's when I got my racks back. My pockets full of land. All the ones look like flapjacks and I was a double on my knapsack. I don't check. Check on my bill. On back. Go check my truck record. Let me shot it. That's what clap back. At 18, I was a seven figure nigga after tax. I need a new keyboard because I need to be able to F11. I need to be able to full screen, full screen. Like, I don't fuck with how I can't full screen, full screen. Like, you know, it's on the bed. You too, bro. Peace. Wake up and go get that cake. I ain't the type relax. The blockhead, what's her name? Like a freight train. Mm, yeah. So I guess yeah, I've already pretty much identified what I'm gonna be looking for on the day. So I guess I could run you guys through it. Um, so from a high time frame perspective, if you kind of just drag this to the left, or maybe I could just look at show you guys the daily chart. But as you guys can see, we kind of been trending higher. We put in it's low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. We came and took out this low, but we sprung right back up. So what does that tell me? That tells me that this low that we broke was really just a fake out to get people to think that the market was crashing, which it did right here in this instance. But there are people who are looking to sell this market back up here, which is completely fair because it's an important level that caused a big move. But myself personally, I'm anticipating that we're going to see this area kind of just get cleared. I think we're just going to continue climbing higher. I don't think we're going to come below this low. So all I'm looking for is for the buyer's movement, right? The bullish price action, the upward trend to continue. So this is kind of where we are currently in price action, right? We just had this push to the upside with all of these lows and sideways movement occurring before the big move. It's like this is the pattern slash formation and price that we like to see. We like to see a buildup of lows and highs getting created before we see a big move in the market because this signals to us that I don't want to say institution, but like this is a pattern that reflects that institutions were accumulating orders and have now taken orders to the top side. So all we're looking for is to capitalize off of that trend as this comes down. So I'm looking for this price action for these candles to continue to expanding down back into this area here. And once we get into this area, I'll be watching the market for a potential trade. And that's really that. You know, it's really just a waiting game now. Like it's really not going to be a fun session because um, the trading isn't really supposed to be fun. It's a boring thing because you're just doing the same thing on repeat. But boredom is what breeds greatness, and greatness in this money looks greatness in this game looks like making money consistently. So whether it's a little bit or a lot, you know what I mean? Consistency is what greatness looks like in this game. So got to be locked in, and yeah, man, this is gonna be good. So this is Nasdaq. For those of you that don't know, is Nasdaq, and I'm also looking at gold too. So gold is another one that's kind of been moving sideways, right? You see kind of this sideways kind of movement, but we're kind of trailing back up. I know it's kind of hard to see, um, but as you guys can see here. It's simple, right? If you look at this chart from literally where it is, we had this push up, low, high, low, high, low, and then we kind of broke down internally. But our last actual push up is from this low to this high. Therefore, we're trading inside of this trading range here. And we know that our anticipation is to see it continue to trend higher, but it can what? Move sideways before we see the big moves in price, right? So that's really all we're looking at. We're looking for prices to continue higher. Now, this is where we currently are in the whole move. Um, we had that sideways movement, the move through the low, and now we're breaking back higher, and we're coming into a zone where we could see some sort of resistance coming to the market. Now, what I'm anticipating to happen when we get into this zone is that on a lower time frame, maybe a 15-minute or 5 minute, we see, a reaccumulation pattern form, or um, yeah, we see a reaccumulation pattern form, which is just this right here. Something along the lines, like you see how we're kind of building into this. Like if we could get something like this where we move through, um, and then kind of bounce back up, and then we test this area here, I would look to get in off this bounce and then look to just take it higher. So something along those lines, right? If we can have something along those lines occur, we'll look to take the trade, and we're anticipating gold to rocket today. So we'll see what happens. But we're anticipating gold to pretty much hit 3,000, what, 370 today? Yeah, we should see it come to 3,370 today, if my forecast is correct. And that's really it. So now I just monitor the price action, right? I'm not going to be sitting here trying to take trades. It's about being patient now and letting what I want to see uh, develop. And let me check the chat real quick just to make sure. Oh, yeah, it's only one person, but this is really just my other account. I'll wake up and go get that cake. I ain't the type relax. Parmesan now the blockhead. What's the name? Like a freight train. Yeah, so I'ma just I guess I'ma just shut up now and probably not speak for a little bit. If people start entering the chat and I see, people start talking in the chat, I'll say something. But now this is more so about me just having this being recorded for really my own selfish purposes. Um, yeah, so now I'm gonna just be waiting. How can I mute this? person in the chat. Say what's good, yo. Say what's good, whoever in the chat, yo. Facts. Oh damn, they might have just left. Oh well. Well, I'm about to release again in a second. I got gold pulled up on my desktop as well. It's trading inside of the zone I talked to you guys about earlier, so just really being patient. Um, really being patient. We'll see what gold end up doing, but it's in an impulse stage, so I'm not expecting nothing crazy. But a reaccumulation would be nice. Would be a nice trade to take. Hunters look like flapjacks now. It's a double in my knapsack. I don't back or check my track record. Nigga shot at us. We clap back. At 18, I was a seven figure nigga after tax. I would dead play music, but I'm not trying to get copyrighted. I want to ask ChatGPT how that works. Um, Damn, I'm gonna have to look for some royalty free shit. Okay. Royalty free music. This is why I gotta turn into an artist. That's why I gotta turn into an artist so I can just play my own music during my trading sessions. But YouTube audio library, royalty free music platforms, YouTube audio library. Let's see if we can pull that up.
But you already knew that. Did you also know you can listen to your favorite songs ad-free with the YouTube Music app? That's right. One subscription, two apps. And you can set up automatic downloads so your favorite videos are ready when you are. Plus, you can seamlessly switch devices to continue watching videos from anywhere. We miss you. Come back to YouTube Premium.
I bet. So MNQ didn't come down to my zone, but I'm looking at what's happening right now, and I'm bracing myself to potentially take a buy. Um, as you guys can see, we kind of took out this low here. We've traded into our fair value gap zone, right? We've taken out this liquidity here, this candlestick here. So now we have the liquidity necessary to go higher. Obviously, we're inside of this fair value gap. And as you can see, after we've taken out these levels of liquidity, we've printed our entry model. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure, I don't know why this is on 10. Just going to make sure what this looks like is around that. So our TP, we're looking for this thing to climb right back up. Definitely could get here. So I'm going to take that. As you can see, we should see it just slingshot to the upside. So place our position tool. And this becomes the first trade of the day. With our target being right here, because we know we can get here pretty effortlessly, right? All of this price action here is no good. It's really just liquidity. So yeah, that's really that. So now we just kind of wait and let this play out. As you guys can see, the build down into the zone, and then fractally right here, got this error. So come in, reducing, choppers mitigation, S&T comes back to order flow. So let's see what happens here. Ideally, just want to see it kind of expand to the top side, and that's really it. Could come lower, like this could. What's happening now? Also, I'm aware that what's happening now could be the stoppage in price that creates the liquidity necessary to come run into here, and then we could see that happen as well. but it's the first opportunity on the day, so I'm not gonna hesitate because I know this could be the one as well, and it follows the plan. So just mark this off. So if we don't start seeing this kind of impulse out, I will look to close this trade early, only because I'm not interested in holding a trade that's going to draw down for much longer. The reason why I entered this trade was because we got our bullish engulfing signal. We got a bullish engulfing signal that really was confirmation off of this zone right here. So we came down, bullish engulfing, and now I'm just anticipating this thing to expand up. So it could very much continue selling off, and it really shouldn't revisit these areas because there's equal lows here. So really, we want to see it respect these candles here. So if it takes those areas out, I'm gonna be out the trade, managing it aggressively because, yeah. All right, so it's looking like this trade is going to be a loser. But that's good because it also gives us intel and info that where we are now isn't where price likely wants to continue higher from. So just continue to be patient. And ideally, what we would like to see after this trade gets invalidated is we would like to see price actually continue trading down, continuing to our into our zone, and actually forming a setup within this area here that we know we can actually take to the top side. So the important thing is that risk is managed effectively, right? Like if I take a loss here, it's really not that big a deal. I still got one more trade in the tank, and all I got to do now is just sit on my hands and make sure that I wait for the best setup possible after this. Look at gold, make sure that, yeah, gold is just taking off. Gold didn't really give no setup. It's just going, which is fine because that's what we anticipated. So we're not gonna chase it. For the sake of just obviously this is gonna be likely gonna be a losing trade. Just want to see real quick now that I've mitigated my risk. Yeah, only got $200 on the table, which is honestly perfect because that's much lower. That's significantly lower than the amount that. So I cut the risk in half pretty much. Not really, because I risked 350 on this, but my standard risk per trade is 350 to 400. So losing 200 is actually a relatively small loss. Um, so yeah. And notice how I'm kind of just I'm letting the trade take me out. I'm not trying to be a wizard or anything and exit it early. It's like I have my predetermined exit level. If it comes below this point, I'm out of the trade. And it's really that simple.
so our um, our area of entry is holding up pretty well. We're seeing the buyers kind of come back in and drive, drive prices up, which is honestly ideal because now you guys see what's kind of happened. I took the trade after this bullish engulfing. We had a retracement, and now we're kind of just popping back up. So how we react here is really important because, if we start pumping this way, then it's likely we start come clearing this, right? And the next area that we should see be met with low resistance is this area right here, right? So we should see it just pretty much expand up to the top side till it gets here, and then obviously once we get back in this area here is where we could see some kind of pullback before continuing higher, clearing out these highs, and ultimately getting up into this area at around $22,000, $21,940. I meant. So, and what does this line represent? This is actually a supply range open. So, as you can see, we have this zone up here. Once we tap into this area, I am anticipating that we might see some sort of significant selling pressure maybe come back in, especially tomorrow, given that it'll be Friday and it's the last day of May. Um, I think May actually only has, actually, I don't even know. But point is, sell in May and go away, right? Like that narrative could very much play out during Friday's session tomorrow if we are to see bullish price action continue during today's session. So, um, yeah, we're just being diligent, letting the trade play out, and we've already let go of the outcome. We don't care if it wins, we don't care if it loses. We know we followed the plan. We know that, you know, that's all we can do in this game. So this isn't the best entry, I would say, because obviously our best ones are the ones that just go, but it's valid. So you got to let it play out. You know what I'm saying? And we do have a market open in 25 minutes. So it's actually nice that this kind of aligned close to the time where market is about to open, because what could happen is we could see a little bit of more sideways price action. And once market open, that's when we blitz to the top side or potentially blitz to the downside, right? And then form the model that we're looking for and then look to take it higher, right? Regardless of what happens, it's a win-win because if I get in down here, that just means I get in at a better price. This area still becomes the area that we could come to pretty effortlessly. So everything is in play, aligned, and just gotta let it play out. So I'm gonna let this play. That's pretty much it. And yeah, I'll commentate on the trade as it continues to develop. I'm trying to see if I can get this camera up. I bet. So we go. Um, let's see. I want to see how it looks. I want to see how everything look when I got the chart up, got the camera up. See how this shit look. All right, so I think I'm about to exit this trade. Just gotta make sure. Seem like it still wants to hold for bearish prices. Um, is there anywhere where it shouldn't come below? It can still go up. It's still valid. It's still in play. So I'm gonna let it go. But all right, yeah, there we go. I think this might actually be a dub, and it'll be a small loss on the day. So we ain't tripping. As you guys see, it's moving sideways. So when I initially got into the market, what I was anticipating was we got our kind of movement back down. It's really simple what we were looking for. Market's been trending higher. We're kind of just looking for it to continue doing this. But the real question is, where is that movement going to continue from? And the area I've identified is this kind of the middle of this, the most recent range that was established right here between this low, this high. We kind of came to the middle of it around this area here. And now we're putting in, price action that can communicate, okay, we might be ready to go higher. Um, this entry follows my entry criteria. It follows my entry model, which is why I took it. I didn't take it because I thought we were going to go higher from here. It's more so this is a systematic entry, and this is why risk management is so important because if I went into this trade with more risk than I planned for, then emotions would start coming up, and I would feel bad or scared or fearful that something's going to happen. But in reality, I'm really just chilling. Whether this trade wins or loses, I know I did my job as a risk manager, right? In trading, you don't control the outcomes. So you got to be able to focus on the things you can control, and that's your risk. That's your decisions. That's your actions, right? It's your behavior. So those are the things that I always put my focus toward when I'm trading. My decisions, my actions, and my perceptions. If I can control those three things, and this is something that I learned from a trading coach, shout out to Pat Ballooney. He really gave me the keys when it comes to understanding how to think like a consistently profitable trader. It's all about focusing on the things that we can control. Because the minute you start, you know, concerning yourself with, oh, is this trade going to be a winner? Hopefully, this trade's a winner. You automatically put yourself in a situation where you can be disappointed. Why? Because you don't have control over whether or not your trade is a winner or a loser. So why would you actually put your concern on that? Why not focus on building a profitable trading system that you know works and then learning how to implement it consistently with good risk management? Because that's the game that we're playing. That's the game that the pros are playing, at least. So this is the mindset that you got to kind of carry when you're coming into trading. You're not focused on results, but you're more so focused on process. This trade follows my plan, it follows my process, therefore it's a good trade, whether it's a win or a loss. I mitigated my risk by moving my stop. Everything is taken care of. So now we're starting to see, momentum come in, which is really nice because now we can start to actually see these highs start to get cleared, these highs start to get cleared, and obviously the expansion to our target. And even though I'm anticipating the market to trade above, 21,856 today, I'm getting out before that because once we encounter this area, this becomes an area of resistance that price could pull back from, right, before continuing higher. So, the way I trade is I like to catch the impulse on the session, and that's it. I don't care to be right about what's going to happen on the whole day. I care to catch a portion of the move that's going to occur throughout the day, right? Especially because I'm a session trader. I only trade during New York session, about 2 hours a day maximum. Um, Occasionally, I'll look at PM, but like I don't really look to trade PM session. It's not really my plan. The only time I'm looking to really trade PM session is if I haven't taken a trade and the setup that I was looking for on the day forms during that time. But yeah, if there's anybody in the chat, man, ask some questions. Um, Let me know what's going on. And yeah, we jamming right now. You feel me? We dead jamming right now. I wonder if Saya, wonder if Saya around. I was driving down. Oh yeah, he is. Shit, I didn't see his call, bro. Yo,
Gangster. Let's go, son.
what up though?
Yeah, chilling.
Hey, you
Let
on
me come
live right
in.
now, cuz.
Live was good. Yes, yeah, we in here right now. Um, yeah, how's your morning been, gang? How's your morning?
Morning was good, bro. I woke up. This shit is routine. You already know the vibe. Woke up, got
Ready?
right to it.
Ready?
Get into the morning routine. Right after the morning routine, you know what I'm saying? We on the charts. We getting prepared for the day. Simple as
Up.
that.
Yep.
Took my first trade on NQ. So buy.
Okay.
Perfect risk management on it so far in terms of just like, I was what I'm my plan for the first 7 days of this Apex challenge is to stay within the 3 to like 400 dollar range per trade, just cause there's like a minimum trading days um, that you could pass the
Oh, you
challenge. So it's like,
have- oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, of course.
because I was going to just like dead, just use a like more like a full port strategy where I kind of just trade like eight, you know, seven, eight contracts per position,
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
pass in one trade. But even if I passed it in one trade, I'll still need seven more. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so, there's
Yeah.
no point in trying to do that. You might as well stretch it out with good risk management. Um,
Yeah.
so that's really what I'm on. But you know, took a trade to follow the plan. I don't like how it's not momentously like pushing through, but we
Pushing
getting
through. Yeah.
we getting signs that you know we're gonna go higher. So just gonna let the trade play out. And
All right.
yeah, bro, good start to the
All
session
right.
for
Yeah.
sure.
All right. I bet. Yeah. I'm looking at NQ right now. I did notice there's no real impactful news after that 8:30 news. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, hopefully we can get some more volume that comes in the market. I'm looking at NQ right now. Okay. I had drew this what's a daily fair value gap out yesterday. That's where it's at currently. That's what it's like
Hmm.
playing off of right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie. I think it's gonna blow through that shit. It's too weak.
Wait, blow through what?
That daily fair value gap I got. Like it's respecting it now. That's why it's moving downwards right now.
Hmm.
But like I said, I think it's gonna go through it eventually. And you in longs? Oh, I gotta get to a smaller time frame. Hold up.
Yeah.
Shit, delicious. Fuck. I like how we came out of yesterday's which going strong. That's a good sign. Yeah, that's not gonna hold.
I had an epiphany yesterday, bro.
Yeah, talk to me. Talk to me.
Bro, this shit really all come down to self belief.
Yeah. Nah, no funny shit. That's crazy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. It's crazy you say that because I was up early as hell, just bro, just watching and just hella videos and podcasts, bro. And some niggas was talking about that shit, bro. Like it's really just your belief. No funny shit.
It's actually crazy how it works like that.
Mm-hmm. Shit, like even with us, think about it. Like we wouldn't have made it this far if we didn't believe. For real.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a real fact. If we didn't believe,
Okay.
niggas would have
All
been
them,
on the way
all
somewhere.
them, all them losses. Hell yeah, we would have been out that shit.
Yeah, it would have been over.
We would have been out this.
And I think
But we
now,
saw the real though. We
yeah,
saw the real. Um, there it is.
now, yeah. The only thing that I don't like about live streaming on YouTube right now, and maybe because I just don't have, like, you know, Bando was saying, like, I need a desktop, shit like that. Uh, yeah, like the quality on the stream can sometimes like cut in and out, like you know what I'm saying, like on some blurred
Yeah,
to like clear shit.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I was looking at the video last night. I fell asleep to the shit, yo. I swear to God, I
You
fell
said
asleep
what?
to watching the live stream the other day. But no, I mean it was good though. From saying I didn't really see anything too like crazy. The audio was good. Now at some points it did cut out though.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see. I think what I'm gonna have to do, even though I like my chart colors, for some reason on stream they look like more like soft and like I feel like it fake make it harder to. Nah, it looks
Yeah.
good.
No, I'm about to say what I'm about. Maybe because I'm used to seeing the shit.
Yeah,
Maybe because I'm used to seeing it. But like I said, when I was watching the video, I was cool. Like it was like I was watching like a random YouTuber. You know?
yeah, bro.
uh,
Really on that.
really on that.
Really on that, cause we just, you know what I mean, just taking it one day at a time though. Like taking it one day at a time, cause like eventually, like even just looking at our channel, like, and seeing that one live stream there, I'm like, imagine when it's like 100 of these shits, like,
No funny shit. No cap.
this shit gonna look tough. But
So, what you see?
all right, so
Okay.
yeah, we're starting to continue to get this momentum uh, that I talked about earlier with you guys. So really nice, really nice so far. I'm gonna break even real soon. Um, reason I haven't yet is because I know that the last point price can come to before continuing higher is actually this candle right here, right? So it's something that I'm watching for. If it revisit this candle, that would be the last area I would look to get into that trade. But it looks like price is kind of ready to take off, given that this candle swept out the previous one. So it's like impulsing now. So target remains the same. Not going to overextend it. Not going to overstretch it. We discussed before getting into this trade that this is the area, you know what I'm saying, that we could see get taken out with low resistance. So we're gonna stick to that, and yeah, that's really that. And we might have to even bring it down because I typically don't like targeting 5 minute price points. I like going 15 minute the lowest just because I know that's the highest probability one. But obviously that's gonna reduce the profits on this trade. Even though it's likely gonna hit my 5 minute price point, we want to be getting in the right reps because at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna be able to hit another good trade tomorrow. So I'm not stressing to have this be a crazy big winner. It's more so about did I execute properly, and if I did, then I did my job. And it still gets me around 722 on the day. Like that's come on, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Niggas went to the gym.
I ain't go to the gym today. This morning. I'm going after this though. It's
Hard.
kind of hard moving around without the V. Shit is annoying, but I gotta depend on other niggas. You know me, bro.
Yeah,
I'm the most self-sufficient nigga you know, cause
yeah,
shit, I don't like depending on nobody. I do
gotcha.
not like depending on anybody. I just be coming through this.
All right, so now it's coming back to the candle.
Close this window. It's cold as shit.
5 minutes till market open. So I don't want to micromanage this trade by getting out too early. Um, market open could cause prices to just continue flushing into the zone that we mapped out earlier. Um, and I'm aware that's a possibility, but I'm also inside of a trade that completely printed everything that I wanted to see. So this is where accepting the risk becomes key, right? Like you guys just saw me go up $200, and now this is retracing, and potentially is going to go into drawdown before the next reaction happens. Um, and there's a risk that this trade ends up being a loser. So that's part of the game that you gotta learn, and you get reps in. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, shit like that really just doesn't phase you. Like I know it sounds ridiculous, but like I really don't care if this trade wins or loses.
Yeah, I mean, and look, that's the mindset we gotta have because the money part about it is not does not matter. The money part does not matter. What matters is you're taking the right setups that follow your rules. You're not disobeying your rules.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you can take a trade that perfectly follows your rules, it still loses.
Yep.
Because that's the way the market works. You're going to lose. The only thing is, over time, by you following your rules, you will win majority of the time if you know your trading strategy. And over time, you will compound those wins. If you're properly risk managing your account, your win should be bigger than your losses.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It should be bigger than your losses. Like you should be able to take more losses than wins and still be profitable.
Yeah.
When you've done that, you know you want some shit. You know you want some shit. Like
That's a fact.
that's simple. That's why we don't worry about losses over here. Because at the end of the day, we know like, all right, we have a strategy that has a high win rate, right? If we consistently follow it over time, if you look at the course over a month, you will see that those wins will be more than those losses,
Yeah.
even if we have more losses than wins.
And that's the
That's the
that's the
game.
game, bro. That's the game.
That's the game.
Straight up. You know what I mean? And once you have that system, once you have that system that allows you to, you know what I mean, still take more losses than wins and still be profitable, it's just about knowing how to implement that shit. Like you said, like this game is very, very simple once you get a system that works. It's actually so simple that traders are like they have a hard time processing it. Like even myself, like
Yeah.
like bro, this shit, like we gotta really think about this shit because we have a trading plan system that makes money consistently. All we gotta do is follow that shit.
No cap. Follow it to the T.
Like, and we gonna make bread, and it's really that simple, bro. Yeah, market environments are gonna change, and it's gonna cause us to adapt, and all of those things. Yes, all that comes to play. But when we just look at it from what are we actually doing? We're showing up and following a checklist, bro. Making hundreds and thousands of dollars at a time doing that. You telling me that this isn't something you wouldn't want to learn how to do?
Saying,
Hey, man.
hey, let me post a live stream while
All right, 9:30 market open. Let's see what we can get, y'all. Let's get it.
I'm looking at gold right now, but gold pretty much gone. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
gold is gone for sure.
Gold, yeah, gold was not playing around today.
All right.
Uh,
Probably gonna have to exit out this trade if it clears out that candle. All right. Yes, I'm out.
put this shit real quick.
So took a small loss on that, but that's okay
Hey, let me look at
because now what can happen? The second scenario that we talked about, which is coming into this demand down here. So now we let go of the trade just like that. Actually, hold up. I want to record it because it also could sweep out them lows and still go higher, but not a trade
it.
for
Still
me.
go higher.
Definitely not a trade for me though. So I'm gonna just record this trade. Let's put this on real quick.
Oh my god, all
Record
these
this
are
in my journal. So I got out at 21,645.5. 21,645.5. Yeah, so right here is where I exited the trade. And yeah, this was my mental stop loss right here. So I'm gonna put this line here too. Um, and yeah, that's really it. So now I'm gonna log this and wait, hold up. Make sure my target is marked off. Make sure my target is marked off. So my target right here. All right. So now I'm just gonna paste this in my journal. You ain't even gonna waste no time. You feel me? Boom. P&L. So this trade was a $150 loss compared. That's literally half. That's literally, bro. It's a fraction of what I plan to actually lose when I actually take a trade. So if you ask me if this was a good trade, I tell you yes, and I tell you because I managed my risk, followed the plan, and I'm living with the result right now in real time.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Damn! Look down for 2 seconds.
What? NQ?
Yeah, the fuck?
But I'm
I
actually
looked
glad
at
it's
it.
doing this though.
Yeah, nah, me too, bro. I'm glad it's moving with some type of volume right now,
Yeah.
cause this choppy shit that I came into the market seeing, hell no, no. Mm. I try to stay away from that.
No cap. All right, so that's that execution. And then what we can do is because we know we're waiting for another setup, we could just run through this checklist real quick. And this was present. This was present. Yep. So this we traded off an imbalance. Um, entry model. Yep. Entry model had the build up, had inducement, traps mitigation.
I still think, hold on, cause I can't lose my narrative, especially well, I can't lose what the higher time frame says. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good trade. So yeah, I still got one more trade I can take. So now this is where you get, you just got to sit on your hands. It's really simple, y'all. Like you take a loss, you accept the loss, you log it, you move on. You see, I'm not holding on to this. Like, oh, like no, I lost.
I lost. I swear to God, it's like
Like, it's really
there's
that
nothing else you
simple.
could do, bro. There's nothing else you could do, bro. And that's what I'm saying. When you follow your rules, it's not much else you can do outside of the results. Like whether it wins or lose, like you gotta document that shit. You gotta still move on because at the end of the day, you followed your rules. I
That's
mean,
it, bro.
so
And we gonna tell y'all the same thing every fucking session till y'all really get it. Like, I promise you.
like my checklist similar to that. Like mine, I don't have as much things on it, but like I have a checklist that I check off before getting into a trade too. Like it's the same shit.
Same shit, bro.
Um, it's a system, and you
Exactly.
need a system with this. You will get lost. I'm trying to tell you, you will get lost.
You will get lost. You gonna get cooked. Mark go fucking.
Cook, you gonna get cooked, yeah, but you're not gonna know what's going on. And you need to journal your stuff so you know your strengths and your weaknesses. You're never gonna know that by just trading every day and just waking up trading every day.
Yeah.
You need to actually go back and study what you're doing. And that's it's a reason it's a good thing too, because it's like I like live streaming because now this is a different level of journaling for me and Flo right now because it's like we can actually see ourselves live in the market, like emotions and all.
Yep.
Right. So
It's definitely, yeah. I fuck with this. I fuck with this. It's like it's like a healthy growing pains that come with this. Like because now it's like we putting ourselves out there. We showcasing what it takes to really make it in this game, and that comes with pressure. But I think it could be used to your advantage if you see it as an opportunity to grow. You know, if 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 you see this as an opportunity to get clout and shit, then that's what could hurt niggas. But because we see this as an opportunity to grow and become better traders, I think long term, like this gonna have a positive impact not only on us but everyone else who comes along the ride and really sees what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Because we in this shit turning up every day, whether the camera on or off. So this is really us trying to, you know, stretch the impact as much as we can by just showing people like, yo, this shit is really possible. You know what I mean? Like this shit is really possible. You can live a life where you don't have to work for nobody as
yeah,
long as you learn the skill.
not for real, no further. As long as you learn the skill.
So I feel like to some degree that's really what we doing. It's like we showing niggas like, look, it's another way to really go about getting this motion. And bro, trading right here. And we gonna show y'all like this shit not gonna be easy. This shit not gonna be a walk in the park. Right? I'm dealing with a situation that I didn't never expect to deal with right now. Top Step got issues with TradeAV, and not like actual company issues, but more so technical issues where I can't trade on my Top Step account right now. So that's bread that's being left on the table. Like I can't make more than I've already made because I literally can't trade on the account. And that's an unexpected situation that occurred. And that's another reason why like even when you on the come up to getting these funded accounts and getting these payouts, you diversify your prop firm um, portfolio. You don't just get all your accounts with one company because the situation that I'm dealing with is something that I couldn't have forecasted for. I couldn't have, you know what I mean, anticipated this to happen. Nobody. Everybody in the Discord is tweaking right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like, okay, what am I going now it's like what am I gonna do? What decision am I gonna make as a portfolio manager? What do I do in this situation? Okay. I know that I'm up on the top step account. Let me let it sit until they figure out what they got going on and focus on getting another account. And it's that simple. You got to be able to pivot and jab like that as a trader. So, you know, even though, yes, we're going to get to the point where freedom is inevitable, the profits inevitable, but it's always going to be it's always going to be a vibe where the market is always going to demand that we show up with clarity, humbleness, all of that. Like it's not gonna be a point where we beat the game and it's like, no, it's like we always gotta stay humble in this shit because the minute you don't, market gonna let you know about yourself real quick. So, this shit don't never really stop, but yeah, there definitely comes a point. Um, and I'm only speaking on this because I was speaking to other people who told me, what it's like to actually be making 10, 20K a month from trading. It's like they just say it just feels like they new normal. Like they they just live in like they feel like the same person, just making the bread now. So I feel like we on the brink of crossing that threshold where making bread is normal, and I feel like that's why this is low key a special time because we showing like the transition right now almost. It's like we not in la la land. It's like no, this is a real deal profession that niggas is turning up on every day. So that was my rant. That was my rant. That was my rant stream, bro. That shit.
Yeah, daily rant, bro.
They better get.
What the time it is?
They gonna have to get used to this, cause
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, no funny shit. Like these are real. These are real conversations that we have with each other on a daily basis.
daily basis,
Like
bro. Daily
real
basis.
shit. We got two target points right here. Oh, and this container test.
All right, yeah. So I won't be surprised if the next trade doesn't set up until another hour or like 30 to like 45 minutes. So this is where really just knowing that that's a real possibility. It's like okay, you don't even think about taking a trade the next. You know what I mean? And just I'm sitting on my hands and let the market play out. But as far as how I feel and everything, man, I feel good as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie. How you feeling, cuz?
I can't lie. I feel look, it's a blessing to be here, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's a blessing to even get to the point where we can live stream and we have enough knowledge to even live stream. Like, think about that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just nothing but blessed, man.
Yeah, bro. Cause like we seeing this
I
shit,
can't
like
complain, bro. Life's good.
this shit is crazy.
Yeah, nah, but Stephen Word say he said beefing with my bitch right now, but life's
Life
still
still
lit.
lit.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
But
That bar take me out there. I don't even got a bitch right
every every time, bro, it made me feel like I have one
now.
though,
No
bro.
cap.
Like it made
No
me want to get one and have problems with her on some toxic shit.
cap.
Like, damn, just so I
Yo.
can sing the song and actually I can relate to it. Like, damn, like,
That's funny as hell, bro. That's really how that shit make niggas feel too.
damn, I want to get a bitch. Let's start beefing with her.
No cap. And
Her about
really
feel
making
you.
bread while it's happening, so you really could just be
Oh,
like,
yeah, that shit is going. Shit is going quick.
yeah,
This point that NQ is coming to. How you feel about it?
Yeah, so
I don't trust it at all. And it's a little demand area. So
you
yeah,
trying to share your screen?
yeah, I got you. Hold up, let me fix this real quick. I ain't gonna lie, this shit ain't good. It's not strong at all.
Mm,
I don't see my shit.
yeah, so what you niggas looking at? Oh, that area right there. Okay. Yeah, so
I don't. I don't think it's gonna have I don't think it's gonna I think it's gonna react off of it. I don't think it's gonna like reverse off of it or anything.
yeah, so
Um,
honestly, like NQ right now is it's a hard read because I'm anticipating higher prices for sure. You know what I'm saying? But like the real question is it gonna happen from the area that we got mapped
yeah,
out?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm still with longs all the way.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of where the longs is going to take place, and I don't think it's going to take place there.
yeah.
It might come lower than that, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to see.
But like
Like you
you
said,
see
NQ
the
is a
1 hour.
hard read right now.
Yeah.
There's not much to go based off of, being that we have a whole bunch of imbalance to the left.
Hmm.
So I think it's just trying to fill that in right now, honestly.
And you see how it's like you see the 1 hour demand though that like the
Yeah,
right.
yeah, right here. Yeah. This one, this
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
This one, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like,
It just
okay,
tapped into it. I
if
just
we
tapped
come
into it.
if we come
Oh
like
well, I didn't quite do it
if
yet.
we if we come like deep into there and we start to see
Hmm.
something set up, that's really what I'm looking for. I'm trying to
Yeah,
see how
yeah.
it reacts um when it plays off of that zone. So we gonna see.
Especially with that 200 sitting right below it too. I actually like that.
Yeah, that's actually good.
Hmm.
200. Let's pull up the 22. I forgot. Always my heart, I'll sing it down. No pep. But yeah, like I said though, like a lot of the time, and this is a stat that I tracked a minute ago, but like, and you probably noticed this even in your own trading. It's like a lot of the time when a price hits our zone, our point of interest, it takes easily, easily 25 minutes for an entry model to set up.
Yeah, yeah.
25, 30 minutes, even an hour
Hmm.
some days. So,
Yeah,
I think knowing that actually gives us an advantage because now we don't need to be like in a rush. You know what I'm saying? We know we got to really let this shit develop before we even get
yeah.
in.
You're dead right about that, man.
No cap. I feel like that's a slept on stat that traders talk about. Like I don't feel like traders don't really talk about that shit. Like how
Hmm.
long it actually takes for their entry signal to form once
Yeah,
like prices in their zone. And it's like that could change the game for you because if you someone who not patient, but okay, it take me 30 minutes, 40 minutes for my entries to set up. Well then now you gotta at least be sitting on your hands for 30 minutes when prices in your
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? So it's
exactly.
like
Yeah.
yeah, that shit's dead important. I can only speak for myself. That's the reason why I'm bringing that shit up, bro. Like that shit, that shit is for real. But yeah, this is the interesting play because I'm thinking about
What they
that
doing
as a 4 hour. Let's see, as a 4 hour, this shit just came right back down.
here?
That's really
Is this
wild.
green? Is this London? Hold on, this is London. The green is London
Hold
session.
on, took out this.
This is London session right here. London session lows. Lows.
Back to London.
London. Is this Asian
So much
session?
up on
Okay.
that. I just wonder.
So yeah, get Asian session on it. So this is Asia. Swept Asia already. Yeah, so we wouldn't have credit. Which we would have credit.
clear out the low.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then trade off of the zone right below it. Like, I'm gonna show you real quick. But like, if that's the case, like, may not get a trade today unless it happens
Yeah.
fast. See, so like, got this 1 hour here, but then you see how there's this 1 hour right below it, like this
Hmm.
candle, this range right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small imbalance left behind. That definitely could happen.
I can see shorts here, but I don't see it having much go lower.
Because we had trap, they might want to come back, take out this internal point here, and then go higher at the same time. Mm, nah, because if it come take out this low, then it literally actually it should then come all the way back here if it's about to sell off. Like we could see this shit punch beneath all of that, come back inside of here, the extreme, and then play off of that shit. Continue. Yeah, so if it don't go higher from here, that shit definitely just probably gonna sell off.
Yeah, I can see that too. It has reason to do that too. That's
Yeah,
another thing. It has reason to do it.
yeah. Because we also inside the weekly supply, so it's like I was waiting for significant selling pressure to come in from the weekly supply that we inside of, and now it's like
Yeah.
coming in. So it's like okay, this is what niggas was dead fake waiting for. Um, but the way it's happening is crazy. Like it didn't get no opportunity for the actual sell. At least this was hard to read. At least for sure. And even if it did, there was no catching that. It's a clean. But yeah, this shit right here. But we know once we get back up here, none of this is good. Look like it. What's the name? Like a freight train is burning. Cause look like we push out, we move sideways. Boom. Okay, I see. I see. I fake see what's going on. I'm marking this shit out as niggas go. Swear to God.
Oh, okay.
Inducement.
Movements. So price just made a good move off that 1 hour.
Yeah. So, cause you peep, we also swept out. You peep, we also swept out
That
these candles here.
low down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like okay,
Uh,
now what happens here is really interesting and important. Cause you got to build up,
let's see.
inducement. Now if we could get, you know, maybe some order flow start coming in like that, that would be nice. Or or if we just saw this shit shoot up, come back down, and then go up again. That would also be nice. So that's what I'll be watching for. Or if this shit even come like this and then start building back up.
Yeah, you better back up. Yeah, exactly. Placement from there. 515 minutes for the value gap. Yeah. You want to go.
What the fuck?
Nothing there. That's what I'm about to do. I'll be right back in.
I bet. Yo, I'm hungry as hell. Oh my god. Hey, he's so damn slow with it, guys. that who I think it is? Oh, I was about to say. I was about to say. No way. Mm, that's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. Damn. There you go. That's so true. Yeah. No cap. Stream, I'm about to take a release break. I'm about to get up real quick and just move around. I see the entry model starting to develop in some capacity, but I'm gonna turn my camera off real quick just so I can stretch, and I will be back in a few minutes. stream this shit, so your battery gonna go quick, yo.
What happened?
Nah, my laptop just about to die. That's all. I'm plugging it in charge.
My shit died. That's what.
No cap, like, but turn this
Gold
back
look
on.
good right now for buys,
Let's see gold, cause I was watching gold for buys today too.
see, it's like I don't know. It look weird.
Oh yeah, nah,
It look
yeah,
weird.
nah, you right though. But I would
For
stay
buy,
away from this too.
yeah, 'cause that look weird. That shit don't look right.
Yeah, cause it's trading off of like equal lows and shit. So it's like
It's not really anything. It's like trading off of. Like it didn't even tap into my this market fair value gap I have here, but
like the model that's even forming right now. Like it happened that area where you see these all these lows that stacked right here.
yeah.
Definitely not a trade for us. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
Once it
Look at
come
this
below
money.
that, once it come below that though, oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because I'm like, yeah, it's gonna have swept. I ain't gonna lie, as of right now, it's looking like a no trading day.
yeah, no, that's a fact.
As of right now. I mean, and I'm okay with that. For me, I'm perfectly fine with that.
No cap.
Perfectly fine with that shit.
Yeah, as of right now, definitely looking that way. Definitely looking that way. Honestly, a no trading day is very pro. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, nah, okay. No funny shit. I don't like anything here, but I'm looking. Yes, no. MQ, no. Gold, no. Watch gold fuck around. Go crazy. But yeah, like this price action is so fucking weird. Like I don't even like it.
Yeah. Nah, your session about to be over for me.
Mm. Yeah,
Once
I got
ten
like an
thirty
hour
hit,
left.
if nothing sets up by 10:30, like if gold don't come below this area we just mapped out, that 15-minute candle, if it don't come below that and set up by do that by 10:30, like then yeah, I'm clipping the session and I'm just come back. Obviously, I don't know if you'll be able to trade tomorrow because you got work, right?
Yeah, I got work. Yeah, my trading will be done
Yeah, so
after today.
close out Friday, last day, and then obviously, we in June starting next week, so shit lit,
Yeah,
fresh
yeah,
start, bro.
for real. Oh, funny shit. It's a fun shit. Something. Damn, we about to be in June. Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit getting real. Like
Yeah, it's about to be up.
it's
It's
halfway
about to be
through the year.
up. I gotta start stacking up for fucking Jamaica. Damn. Yeah, I gotta start stacking for real. I got a lot of work to do. Okay, we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is definitely a SMT. Shit ain't showing no signs that I really want to go higher.
Yep. So
Get that, see gold, fuck around, sell off. Actually, yeah,
oh
it's
shit.
starting to make sense.
What?
No, I'm just like I'm looking at gold. Like, okay, like what would be the setup I would actually look to take? And honestly, it's setting up for a sell right now, and
Mm-hmm.
it could sell off all the way to this point here.
Wait, hold on, I don't see the screen again. Screen focus start. Oh, okay, I got it. Where? Oh yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Hold on, let me see it on the 15 minute. See if it's the same zone. Oh yeah.
Because now once it gets below this area, now we're back in the area like where obviously the last like real push came from, and that way it would be ideal to kind of see the continuation of the trend from this area too. So it's definitely something I'm looking at. Um, Likely not taking the trade, but like that's what I'm anticipating to happen on the session. I think we're gonna see this jump come all the way down, clear out all of this here. This could hold, but I'm not trading off of this. I'm good. Hell up, right? Then this push we got. Well, yeah, we could come here and then do that. Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely do that. So this area and then below it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Say no more. Type one extreme.
Sit back and watch the fucking highlights from last night.
Man,
Her shy won Western Conference
MVP.
MVP.
Yeah, makes sense, bro.
Yeah, of course. He gonna win, bro. He already won league MVP is a reason. I mean, he definitely was
Now,
gonna get that.
now, if they win it all, you get a Finals MVP. That just gonna
Yeah, he
be
got
nice.
three. Oh my God, that's hard. That's hard. I can't even if it's Tom Ray. And live, let me tell you something, live. The point you want to get to in trading is when you're sitting around just waiting.
Yeah.
Should have set up. That means you have a system and you know what your system is, you know what your edge is, and you're just waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? You first starting off, man, you want to take everything in the fucking world. Every setup you see, you gonna want to take that shit.
Yeah.
But this right here is the real. This is the point that you want to get to. When trading almost in a sense becomes boring.
Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna go over their head.
Yeah, it is. But like the ones that actually really get into the market, they'll see, they'll understand it.
No, they gonna understand. They definitely gonna understand. But it's just like, cause it's like I just think about how like when I would listen. Like, I'm trying to think who would say that. Um, there's a few people who I follow like on the way up who are saying like when you get to that point where trading is boring, that's how you know you're entering a different level. And I would hear that and I would try to understand what they meant. And I thought I did, but I truly didn't. I truly didn't understand what that junk meant, cause and it's really cause I wasn't there yet. Where trading
Yeah,
was
yeah,
going.
yeah. We wasn't there yet.
It was
We wasn't there
still,
yet.
yeah, it was still like I'm trying to make yeah, I mean it was still that fire there, so I couldn't fully comprehend it. But like what you're saying is so important because literally we're sitting here waiting because why? We know our edge. We know there's nothing to trade right now, therefore we stay out.
Yep,
And
yep.
that's what's really gonna separate us long term from people who don't make it in this game. It's like the old me, you know what I'm saying, definitely would have found a way to take another trade.
Yeah, nah. I would have been gotten the longs a long time ago. I probably gotten the longs and shorts
Yeah.
somehow, some way.
Somehow, some way. Like this shit is crazy. So, but yeah, like all that to say, like y'all, like what Sai is touching on is dumb important because this game, once you have a system, it becomes about reps. So all we're doing is just playing the right way.
It's like basketball.
Yep.
You see, once your team got a system, it's the same thing every practice, every game. You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Y'all make adjustments along the way, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Now,
And it's
if
the
you
same
don't
thing with trading.
now if you don't got a system that work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then you
yeah,
gotta work on that.
for real.
Coach had us running Kansas. That shit never worked.
Bro. Oh my God. And if y'all don't know, me and Flo, we used to play ball together in high school. So a lot of the things that we think about, we compared to basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because we know basketball the most. Like we know basketball in and out. So it's like
Yeah.
a lot of things a lot of the things with trading, even some of our conversations, like to better understand it, we related back to basketball. You know what I'm saying? And trading is life. Realistically, it's like basketball, football, like it's the same shit. It's just, of course, different physically,
Yeah.
um, and there's also some differences mentally, but it's the same thing. Discipline, you need discipline. You need the worth ethic to actually understand this, like, and you need time and experience.
Yep.
That's what's important. You need time and experience, especially when you're looking at these candles. Like you need time to really like your eyes need to get used to seeing this thing.
Exactly. You got to train your eyes to identify these patterns and understand like what signals what, you know? And that just takes time. You can't cheat that part. You can't skip to that part. You got to go through that shit. You got to go through that shit. And you're always going to be glad that you did because it only can benefit you in the end to actually go through the fire and experience the losses. Like if you trying to get into this game and think that you're not gonna lose money, bro, just go find something else. Like I'm
Yeah,
telling you, like
facts.
you know what I'm saying. Go find some other because you're gonna lose bread, bro. Like you're gonna lose money. I don't know what else to tell niggas. Like if you think you're gonna be able to play this game without losing money, go somewhere else. Go get a job. Go do something else. Like you know what I'm saying? This is not for the weak and for people who think that this is la la land. It's not la la land, bro. It's the most dangerous arena you could put yourself in. You know what I'm saying? Like dead serious. And you got to treat it that way, right? This is the market environment. Nigga, this is the trenches. Niggas losing bread while somebody else making bread. Like
Literally,
this is a zero sum
no
game.
doubt. Niggas making bread because you're losing bread.
You know what I'm
Literally.
saying? So it's like, bro, if you think you about to come in here, be macho man and not lose, you got the game so wrong. I ain't gonna lie. You might as well not even try.
Yeah, facts.
Save yourself the trouble. The loss is literally the tax you gotta play. It's the tax you gotta pay to be able to play this game. Losses are taxes.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro,
This is the push I want to see coming out this area.
Oh shoot, CLF trading. Yo, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I don't know if he's still in the chat. I think that's my boy Caesar. Yo, Caesar, if you still in the chat, bro, say what's up, man. Right now we was looking at NQ. We were looking at it for buys today, but it's obviously selling off now, so no longer really looking at it for buys anymore. And gold looks like it's getting ready to sell off too. So I'm watching both gold and NQ. Gold, ideally, we want to see it kind of trade down into this area, back into here, and maybe see something like this and start to see it trade up again. And then NQ, obviously, you see what's going on with NQ, right? If I just go to the 4 hour and I go to the left, you see exactly what's going on, right? Like we took this level out here, which was the last point that was created. Um, And this is an algorithmic point. You already know what happens when we take these points out, right? This is the last point within that zone that needs to get taken before we could see a big move down. Now we're seeing that big move come down, and we're anticipating this low to get cleared and potentially to start clearing out all of this too. You know what I'm saying? To come back into this extreme demand before, right? We might see something like this. So that's what we're looking at. I took one trade today, one loss, a small loss. So you know, other than that, we're good. And the small loss happened here. I got into a buy here, and I exited once we got this reversal signal right here. So uh, I think that's really it. Oh yeah, also I'm taking evaluation with Apex. So it's my first day trading on the account seriously because yesterday I really was just in the casino. I ain't gonna lie. I was dead in the casino. And if I showed y'all yesterday's results, you guys would laugh because I actually went down like I think I went down like 1,600 and then just made it back and finished break even on the session. But that just shows me that like even when operating in a outcome based mindset, the edge is still profitable. And that's an edge in itself because it's like now imagine when you're operating in a process based mindset. You're gonna get exponential gains. So, I pulled myself back, um, told myself, okay, time to pivot. Can't trade my top step account. So locked in on getting another account, scaling capital. And the process is simple because nothing changes. Nothing changes. It just you gotta keep focusing, keep going through the motions in terms of doing the habits properly, all of that good jazz. So uh yeah, we here, man. We here. We got 4 people watching the live. Yo, if you in the chat, say what's up, yo. I wanna know who on the live, like, no cap. Because we really on this right now. We really on this right now.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So
So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like sales coming out this area.
what you looking at?
Go.
Oh, yeah.
Use it. Oh, my screen is not.
Yeah. Well, NQ starting to form some sort of buy formation, but nothing that I want to take. So, gonna let that go. But let me look at your screen real quick. Show stream what you looking at.
Yes, sir. Clean this up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So up top we getting we have a. It's really a 15 minute, but I'm on the 5 minute right now.
Yeah.
15-minute supply. And that's why we was getting all this right here. And so you see we got the V shape right here. The price come down,
Yeah.
come back up here, retest this area, fail again,
Hmm.
and then we get the sweep right here. Now this is where I thought we would possibly see buys from right here. And I was looking for confirmation on this, but we didn't get that. And what happened was somewhere on like the 1 minute there is a supply right here
Yep.
that it traded off of or a fair value gap. And so that's why we're seeing this movement now. But like my only question is, do we actually want to get down here? Because this is a target that we talked about
Yeah,
earlier down
because
here.
it
And
definitely
we
could
have,
stop after it goes into that fair value gap and go back up.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And this is a 15-minute fair value gap.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's just all about like just let the market tell us what it want to do.
yeah. Well, I'm looking at NQ right now, and I know we said that it's poised to go lower, but right now, with the way it's kind of pumping back up, I'm still interested in the buy as long as we can get a clean model. If you go to
Yeah.
NQ real fast and see how it's reacting, you can see what's happening.
Okay. Oh shit. Damn.
So it's still
Okay. Yeah,
continuing
and
to
it's
go.
actually perfect too because it got deep into the zone. So
Exactly,
let's look
exactly.
into this. Let's this real quick.
So
And it's overall zone. Some of this stuff. But
because we
I
also have
bet. So
fractal
over
accumulation.
here.
So I'm gonna be patient and letting this continue to develop. But like this is ideally the start of what I would want to see before taking a potential buy. Before taking a potential buy, yeah. But not gonna just jump in the trade right away. Nah,
Of
I
course
wanna
not.
see
Of course
more.
not. Yeah, 'cause I don't see no imbalance anywhere near here. Of course down here I see we have this that area right there. Like how we're trading off of this demand with these
Yeah,
rejection
I
candles
like how that
and the
wick comes out
200
like
right
that.
here
You know what
too.
I'm saying?
Yeah, actually like how this closed. Got a new, what time is it?
Wick comes out. So now
The
I'm gonna
30
pull up
minute
my chart real
candle,
quick and
15
show
minute.
y'all exactly.
Yeah, this looks good on the 15.
You talking about
Yeah,
gold?
you know, I'm talking about MQ, the
NQ.
buys. Like, damn, this move right here, I like it.
Yeah. So definitely, definitely gonna have to be patient with this NQ trade because um it still could go lower, of course. So wanna really see it trade into that trade into this supply up here and see how it reacts. See how it reacts. But ideally, just show y'all real quick. It's phase two. Phase three. So the way I trade, by the way, guys, is when I'm looking for my actual entry, um, it's simple. I kind of look for some sort of build up to occur first, then I move through a low, I move back up, a test, and this is where I get in on the test, and then pretty much look for that to happen after I get in. So right now, what we have is something similar where we kind of and the move is interesting because we had this big move down. So ideally, we would want to see a big move back up to kind of counter that. But if you guys see what's happening, is like we have this build down here, right? The move through the low. Now I'm waiting for what? Tap, test, go. That's really what I'm waiting for, right? And this is just me showing you guys what the actual model looks like, minus the candles. All I did was draw over it, right? But this is exactly what's happening. So where are we in the model? We're simply right here. So we still need to let price develop before we consider the trade, right? Because what could happen now, right? We could just continue trading lower. So this is why being patient is key. We're gonna wait for our signal, and if we get it, we'll look to take it higher. And our target on the day, really, if I'm being honest, is this area up here. But I may get out at the supply depending on you know uh, what the profit target is. But I know the supply isn't gonna hold. That's the reason why I'm like, mm, there's no liquidity. You guys get the idea. The point is, this is what we're looking for, and now we're just being patient and letting it continue to develop. Because rushing into a trade is the one thing we aren't gonna do. But now listen to what I'm saying. checklist that I follow. Build up. I like to call these lows that get taken out. I just call them an inducement. Um, not anticipating or expecting you guys to understand what any of this means, but I'm kind of putting it there for myself just to reinforce what I'm looking for before getting into the trade. I don't even need to put the dashes there. I'm just but yeah, this game is really simple though. You know what I'm saying? As you guys can see, all I'm doing is working my system, right? I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want to see. It's just about letting the market develop in a way that aligns with that. Once you do that and you see exactly what you want to see, you pull the trigger, no hesitation, right? You know how much you're willing to lose on this trade before getting in. You know where you're looking to get out before you get in, right? Predefining risk and target levels, right? That's another part of this game that is very important because imagine you see your entry model set up. You know exactly what you want to see, but then you get into the trade and you let emotions dictate where you get out. Well, now you're at risk of making a decision that's going to cause you to be disappointed. And the reason why that's important to understand is because if you're disappointed after you make a decision, you're likely to make another dumb decision. So, trading, if you really want to do well, it's about operating in a process based mindset. Everything is a process. So, I'm not looking to execute to make money here. I'm looking to execute to follow my plan. That's it. The plan already in itself makes money. How do I know? I have proof, right? I can look at my track record. I can look at what's been going on in my trade in the past few months and see it's made money consistently on multiple occasions. It's been me that's been fucking up the bag. It's been me that's been, you know, causing my results to be quote unquote less than what they could be. So everything is a process. You operate in a process based mindset. You know, we're risk managers, we're money managers. We got to operate in a process based mindset. Emotions can't be what dominates our decision making. Emotions have to be the signals that we use to understand what's going on in our mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we on this shit, man. Been around too long to not know what's going on. It's more so just about sticking to the plan no matter what.
You dead right about that, brother.
Okay,
I definitely agree with that.
sir. We gonna really be on this shit. Like, and I'm fucking with this because like I'm starting. I feel like we finding like a sort of healthy rhythm that like okay, I start to see how this live streaming could feel. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like okay, bet. Because eventually, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, but like all I know is as we continue to record these sessions and continue to scale our own capital, right? Like I think naturally we'll start to attract, uh, our people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, man, and it's all a process, man. Just like everything, anything else we do,
yeah,
it's a process. We gotta work towards it, and everything we want from that, we gotta work towards it. And we understand that. Trust me. If there's any two people that understand that, it's us. I
yeah,
mean,
that's a fact. niggas done been through the gutter. Niggas done
nah,
been
for
through the
real.
gutter. They don't even know, cause shit got real around here. Lost Brad, lost accounts, lost mindset, all of it in one.
So
That
yes, commonality.
that's the reason why I say like the market environment is the most dangerous environment. After the trenches, the market environment is the most dangerous shit in the world. If you can't handle yourself, the market gonna handle you.
Yeah, nah, for real. And especially in a time like this, like where the market conditions are not the best.
Shit, you sent me that video the other day, yesterday. I seen that shit.
Last
That's
night, it
crazy.
was like I think it was yeah, it was last night.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that shit is and it's I've been feeling it. I've been knowing because like I said, we have a system. It's been months, like even like last year. We is them same setups, them shit's hitting. Especially October. What?
yeah, bro. We was smacking shit in
What?
October.
Especially October.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, and then that's why, like, you have to build the characteristics of a profitable trader for moments like this because within this whole time span of bad market conditions, you still got to be able to maintain your account and manage your account
Yeah,
and actually have money. So when the market does get right, you have capital to trade with.
yeah. And that's the whole thing, right? That's the whole thing is where it's like thinking like a risk manager, money manager versus a gambler. You know what I'm saying? Like risk manager gonna think the way you just put it. Gambler just gonna think about what they could do today, what they can make today, and it's always short term thinking. And I
Yeah.
just know for myself, like it was an issue I really struggled with. Like I was always focused on how much can I make today or how much could I make even this week, like and
Mhm.
and it's like to some degree that mindset can help because you're excited, you're pumped, but at the same time, like usually the emotions that come with that mindset usually actually end up working against you. So
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I'm with you on that 100%. Managing the risk, being conservative, like being smart, like, and it's all simple shit. It just be hard to execute on because we're really dealing with
Mhm.
these emotions in real time.
Yeah, yeah, nah, for real.
Shit though, man, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I had another aha moment last night, and I know this shit about to take niggas to another level. But I know you just execute a trade, so if you want, you could talk straight
Yeah,
through this.
so yeah, so I just executed a small. I went light on this because this I wouldn't say is a A plus setup that I would take,
Yeah,
but it is one that I have some confidence in. And the reason I took it is because all right, so well we mentioned before about why I was thinking about shorts, but you see here, we had a 5 minute fair value gap that we respected. Now, if we would have inverted this fair value gap, now I'd have been interested in buys going to the upside, potentially. But since we respected it, and then came down and broke this candle, that gave me confidence it wants to go down. Now it could still go up, of course. This could just be a liquidity seek, but I like what I was seeing on a higher time frame, and yeah, but
nice.
you're gonna see what happens.
That's what's up. That's good
These are
shit.
the targets that we was talking about before.
Yeah,
Will it get down to here? We'll see.
we'll
But
see.
like
Exactly.
obviously, I plan on sitting here and managing this trade accordingly, and so we just gonna see how it goes.
Yes, sir. That's good shit. And mind you, guys, that's it. That's what your first trade on the day.
Yeah, this is my first trader today.
First
Yeah,
trade of the day. Like patient as hell. You know what I mean, there was so many. It could. How can I put this? There were so many opportunities to potentially get in before he got in.
yeah, 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 for sure. But I
Like,
could have got in as soon as I seen this rejection off of this from the fair value gap, but
yeah,
um, I needed the confirmation, of course, and
yep,
that's one thing that I honestly that I added in recently added into my trading is really um is really locking in on getting confirmation. Um, even if it affects my RR in a sense.
yeah,
For me, I take more value in the confirmation and knowing that the trade could potentially be have a higher percentage of winning than taking a more riskier entry. Um, And yeah, so that's just how I trade personally.
That's hard, bro.
Everybody might be different, you feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's just how I trade personally.
yeah.
And
That's
we're gonna
hard.
see how this goes.
That's hard, bro.
Um, let me see, 1 to 1. Right here. It's my 1 to 1. Let's see how this runs. See something real quick. So just shy of 1 to 2. A 1 to 2 would be right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 2. But of course, I'm a market, and like I said, trade accordingly. But this right here, this sweep of liquidity is my target. Is what I'm thinking.
Heard.
Now, I don't like how prices retracing like this, so we're gonna see how this plays.
Yo. But now, listen to what I'm saying. Fucking damn apps. Soon as we hop out that van, that's a fucking fed tap. I wonder if there's any way for me to just full screen this. Okay, that's what I've been meaning to do, bro. Damn, I wish I
Full
should have
screen
said that.
it. Yeah. Okay,
Cause
yeah.
now,
Well,
like,
let's
the
see.
stream got all of this crap in the background. I'm gonna have to fake crop this and when we click this up, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
See, prices in this right now. Okay, so we're currently at a. Let's see. We want to see how the price reacts off of this. Now, hopefully, we can get price to go lower. Um, this doesn't seem like usually. So usually, when you have this, when you have this like little, you have this leg that goes right into consolidation. Usually, this is not the one to hold. I
Mm-hmm.
tend to notice this usually is not the. Now, of course, it could, and I've seen it hold before, but like majority of the time, I've seen it get ran through. Now this is on a 15 minute, so
Yeah.
um, that could be the reason why it's so strong right now. But
Yeah.
like I said, we're gonna see. I accepted the risk already.
Yep.
There's a reason why I went light on it, so yeah,
Tough, bro. Tough. That's good execution.
yeah, that candle right there, no. That's a candle I don't want to see.
Right. Reversal candle.
Yeah, reversal, exactly, a reversal. Let's see.
Stream, I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm gonna just keep the shit, the camera, like the stream on your screen. I'll be right back in like a minute.
Yeah. You good? You good? Yeah. Let's come here. Alright. Yeah, chat. So we just sit here and wait, and for me, whatever happens, happens. Like, and even after this, I still got one more in the chamber. So, um, but what time is it? Because I'm done at 11. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably be done by after this trade. Um, wasn't really much setting up, but this do give me good indication on buys though. Because overall, I'm bullish on gold. Yeah, we can invert this. We can invert that. actually want to see the invert. I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna confirm my what I was already thinking. So see, I had multiple liquidity points up here. One, two, and then there's one way over here. This is three. The sales did look nice though. I'm not gonna lie. The sales did look nice. I want to see what happens in this area. We could potentially eject off of here, but based off of now, I see this comes with journaling. So we're about to get stopped out. But this what comes with journaling. I know once my trades go into profit, 9 times out of 10, it just goes. So when price does stuff like this, we have a reversal candle and it starts coming up with such volume, like this candle right here. I already know it's a potential this. It could be a loser, and that's just what come with journaling and back testing my strategy, and knowing my edge too. So yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. He's about to end. Yep. Okay. Uh, Thomas, do I think this is a valid trade for buyers? Overall bullish. Players come here. I want to see a little bit more. Top side. Yeah, we still gotta see what price does here. Sit back and be patient.
I didn't even realize my screen was sharing. All right, I'm back. Um, gold look like it's getting ready to go long.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was about to flip it. I got stopped out.
This shit still could go short. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just looking like I'm not even about to anticipate. I'm just let him tell me.
nah, yeah, definitely.
But I knew once I seen this reversal candle, I was like, "Yup, exactly what I thought was gonna happen."
Yeah, all good. You know what I'm saying? You took a valid loss. Like that's the game.
Yeah, nah, no furniture. Not even mad about it.
But yeah, I think this shit might get ready to go long now though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Only because the zone we was trading at for the sales to initially wasn't even like a zone like we mapped out to be like something that should cause like new lows or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was more so like this zone was there just to create a pullback. But this is exactly what I was looking for going into session. Like I was like, okay, gold trading higher, we should see some form of reaccumulation happen. And
yeah.
it took some time to develop, but I feel like it's developing right now.
Mhm.
So we're gonna see what it end up doing, but definitely I got it on my watch list. See if I see it set up before NQ. NQ setting up actually pretty nice, believe it or not.
I didn't even see. Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
I'm
see, this is what I
just
was waiting for
yeah
to come into this supplier.
yeah. So I'm not like chasing it or nothing or getting in early because it's good that I'm seeing what I want to see, but didn't want to get in early because I just want to prioritize taking 5-star entries. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
getting the right reps in because I could have took this shit as soon as we saw the break of the candle and shit like that, but um, I'm just on some shit where I'm focused on getting the right reps in because bro, when niggas take 5-star entries, bro, like
Yeah, them
this
should be bangers.
fuck that
Them
shit, bro.
should
That
be
shit,
bangers.
I ain't trying to get into a trade that's gonna draw that. I want to get in that shit blitz and I'm out. Now I do like how now I'm gonna pull up my chart real quick. One thing I can't say about this entry that I'm noticing is that there's like fractal order flow here. So what can happen is like you see kind of these candles leaving no imbalance. What that
Yeah.
means is it's likely that we don't come back down here, right? So our new entry, right, is gonna happen off the reaction off of this, but it could it could be something like this, and maybe we get in at a higher price, but it's all
Yeah.
good because at least niggas still waited for the best possible
Mhm.
confirmation
Exactly.
before just taking a trade. So because this
Yeah, because
works
there's
here,
really nothing for that to go down to. There's really nothing for it to retest.
yeah, like it's this 5 minute candle at the bottom.
Yeah, that little one right there. Which one are you talking about? Are we talking about the same one? Oh, okay, that one right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could come there, but like the odds, like what I mean, it's not what niggas would want to see to take the trade,
Mhm.
unless it did it on some like quick shit on some. Let me grab these lows and then it start expanding back up, like. But yeah, and I'm also aware, what I'm saying, this might just blow through this zone and boom, I don't even get an entry, and that's also a
Yeah.
possibility. But all I know is I'm gonna be patient, and if it don't give me what I want to see, then I'll take a trade. And after this opportunity finishes playing out, I'm definitely done for the session. So um, I'm still feeling good though. I'm feeling real good, and
Yeah.
just more so, really looking forward to like doing this more because I'm starting to see how live streaming can actually improve, our ability as a trader. Like,
Yeah. For real. It's not even beneficial to others. It's beneficial to us too. Like
yeah,
it's a win-win for both parties. For real. For real.
no cap. Cause like you gotta really sit here, explain what you're doing, make sure you following your plan. Like
Yeah.
it's just that added layer of accountability.
Mhm.
So yeah. So now we inside SMT. Let's go to gold. All right, yeah, gold is giving a signal to get in, which is actually
Yeah.
really
It just
nice.
inverted that shit too.
Um,
It's gonna close.
but
Let me see this shit close.
I ain't. So I'm trying to think. But it's still not something that I'm gonna take. Only
Yeah.
thing,
Nah, I don't think I'm gonna take gold.
like, it's valid, but oof, but this shit got room to go though.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like all these liquidity points I have up here, but like this area right here is playing in this area, and as you can see, it was already choppy before. By
Yeah.
now, I want to see some type of like volume come in and expansion.
Mhm.
Like I got three liquidity points up here.
Yeah,
Got
if gold
three liquidity points.
if gold could give me like a 5-star kind of confirmation in terms of like, because everything is present that I want to see except for the test of this
Yeah.
area. Like I want to see how the candles develop now because how they develop now is going to be super important. But
Yeah.
everything else that showed up is present. We swept liquidity. We came to fair value. We reversing. We tapping inside of SMT. So now I want to see a test and then go. If I see that, then I'll take it. If I don't see that, then I'll stay out. And so I like how NQ is
I
just
said,
expanding outward, but this also is like giving me a bit of like um how can I put it? Like uh it's signaling like I might not get an entry. So
yeah, yeah, that's what. Yeah.
gonna be patient, gonna be diligent. You know, I ain't really I don't like it's setups every fucking day. Like I don't give a shit if this shit give me an entry or not. Niggas like watch the whole vibe switching right now because I'm really on some shit like bro. Oh my god, cuz there's really setups every day, bro.
Mhm.
Nigga, it's money to be made every day. Nigga, I ain't worried
Every
about this
day.
one opportunity. What the fuck? What the fuck? That should have really changed like how you feel about this shit. Like you really
Yeah.
man, you know it's gonna be opportunities to make money, nigga. You not tripping off this shit. You not tripping off this shit, cuz. Yeah, so now 11 a.m. So now let's see what we can get. Cause it still could take some time before we actually get a real entry. Uh, but yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. So SMT.
I see about that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so what are we looking at? The targets on gold. So just want to make clarify, like, get out here. If I got into this trade, only because I wouldn't want to risk being in another pullback after. Actually, hold up. Yeah, I wouldn't want to risk having this shit. Even though it's likely gonna come and take out the high, I'm just want to be conservative. But gold is starting to give me signals, so I'm being patient. I'm letting it show me. I guess my initial target will be where I would, because none of this really should cause nothing too crazy. So next algo target. Um, yeah, there's slight imbalance there. But like, so man, look at this shit, nigga. This shit should get ran the fuck through. Yeah, I'm definitely targeting the high. Fuck that. All right, guys. All right.
SRT burnt out.
I'm watching gold and NQ. I got NQ put up on my desktop, so I like both the trades. So this is actually gonna be nice. NQ is pulling back to my entry point. Um, could wait for confirmation or wait for it to come deeper, but ideally,
Ooh. signal from globe. Wait, I want to see this close for real. I want to see how this shit close.
Yeah.
I just want to wait for it because this shit can easily come up, hit my entry point, and then just close with a wick. See that shit? I got 1 minute. Okay.
Oh shit! I placed a bottom. I wasn't even paying attention. All right. I'm taking gold. Ideally, I want to see this thing just start expanding upward. I really don't want to see consolidation, mainly because where I'm getting in is where I believe the test is occurring from. So ideally, we should see it expand. I'm also looking at NQ2, so I'm also looking at
Okay.
NQ2.
Gold.
So I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys see the gold trade. Um, but I'm also watching NQ2. And my pocket's full of that.
All right, bet. I'll be right back, gang. I'm in gold right now too, so
Heard
I'll
that.
just let this shit. Hey, why is my shit down?
So my target's actually not here, guys. My target is at this high, structural high. Because now, if this is the real algorithmic push, it's going to take us to our next destination. Yes, we're going to come and clear this out, and we'll see resistance come in after this point is taken. But ultimately, it should not be to come all the way back down. And nah, it should we should take it out. We might retrace, and then we should clear this. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's the gold trade. You guys seen it live. Patient. I saw my engulfing candle confirmation pattern, and yeah, now this thing should just expand upward. So NQ is really the hidden gem, though. So I'm watching it right now on my desktop, and once I execute a trade, I will uh, show you guys the NQ trade as well. If obviously it gives me an entry confirmation signal. It looks good on the 15-minute as well. So that's a really good sign that we are in a good trade. And now we just let it play out. So still watching NQ. Um, I'm just gonna go through, and if we just quickly go through what we were looking at on gold going into today's session, we can show you, or hard time frame chart, right? Follow internal range price action. Notice how we just reaccumulated off the reaction of the counter ENG sweep. So this is just me kind of using language that aligns with my strategy. But the point is, you see, we have this movement upward after taking out this low, and obviously we're in this bullish trading range. So we're looking for this trading range here that we're inside from this low to this high to hold and continue going upward. So this is where we were at the start of the session, and I'm just looking for this candle to expand and take out this high. So that's my session target, this high right here. Um, so now, obviously, price has given us a formation where we could see that play out. Um, as you can see, this is the high we were talking about, and we've had a dip during the beginning of the session, and now we're reversing back upwards. So ideally, the candles we should see after this should just be bullish, and that's really what we're anticipating. So still looking at NQ. NQ is starting to give me a confirmation signal to get in, but continue to be patient, and I'll show you guys the entry slash execution if it ends up giving me my final signal. Just make sure. Right. Okay. I'm now in NQ as well. So I just took a trade. I just took a buy on NQ. Um, and yeah, that's really it for real.
Oh wait, I put my targets. Oh, never mind. I put my. It's whatever.
So this is the NQ trade. Um, Now I did take this off of a 1 minute signal, but the actual model that's in play is a 5 minute. So what I was initially attempting to do is try to confirm the zone we were inside of, but turns out that the signal that I got was the incorrect one. So now I kind of just gotta let it play out. Um, but we'll see what happens because NQ, like we discussed, can still go lower. So don't want to marry this trade, but at the same time, you want to give it room to tell you. So I'm monitoring it closely. If it just keeps going down, then I will exit the trade, and that'll be a loss on the day. But other than that, I mean, really nothing else I got for real. As you guys see, I got my stop set. So yeah, so as you guys can see, the signal that I took was off of this 1 minute break of the candle. I was anticipating it to continue expanding out from there, but it didn't. Ended up being just a liquidity sweep, come lower, and that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. This is what I would call like a premature entry that I couldn't necessarily see, right? And there's gonna be times in the market where you see your system, you see your entry confirmation signal, but it's still early relative to what the market's trying to do. So, this happens to be one of those situations, and you don't panic when you see this. It's more so it's like, okay, I was wrong about where and when it wanted to do this, but that's okay, right? Because that doesn't mean that the whole trade is invalid. It just means that the entry is technically invalid, but the actual model, it's not invalid until obviously we start seeing it break down, break below these lows, and really communicate that the sellers are still in control. Uh, so right now it's looking that way. Won't lie. So you just gotta stay diligent, and yeah. I mean, I don't. If I'm really being honest with y'all, I actually don't care what happens to this trade because I know I'm gonna make it back next week. So you just gotta stay patient and let things play out for real. Gold is still running. Um, it's trading around break even territory. I think it's inside of a smart money trap though, so I am anticipating gold to continue trading higher. So if anything, if gold does end up smacking, it'll collateralize the potential loss that might be incurred from this NQ trade. Uh, Definitely got in at the wrong time, but what I was looking for was correct. So you know, it's a mistake that's made, but going to the next session, I know for sure I won't make that mistake again. And yeah, man, that's really it for real. But I think it's good that you guys are kind of seeing, you know, how I'm thinking about this trade, the situation in real time, because the old me would panic when they start seeing red numbers like this, and would start to think, oh, I'm doing something wrong because I'm losing. But in reality, the only thing I did wrong was I entered this trade early, and that's a costly execution error. But it's not something that's gonna make things the end of the world, right? Like you just okay, you made the error, don't make it again. Um, the trade is still in play, and if it truly wants to go higher, we could see this zone hold, and really that'll be that, right? So, uh, yeah, there's really not much else to be said. I'm just gonna sit here now and let the trade play, and if anything extraordinary happens or worth commenting on comes up, I'll let you guys know. But other than that, I'll kind of just let you guys watch the price action and see whether or not this trade wants to be a loser or a winner. And word up. That's it.
Y'all can hear my side of the screen. I would have played some unreleased for y'all. I would play like one unreleased song for y'all while we wait.
No cap.
For me,
Just tell them I
EP on
said
the way. The summer is almost here. You heard?
shit right around the corner, like right around the
You're right
corner.
around the corner. I'm about to turn up this year again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shit was crazy last year.
Oh, bro, the ones that know, they know.
No cap.
Ones that know they know for real.
All right, so this is a good sign, guys. So What's happened? Well, we've had the fake out, right? The fake breakup, and now we've penetrated lower into the zone, and now we're kind of building some fractal structure slash order flow to the upside. So if we can hold this price action, that would be nice. But if it breaks through here, then it's likely this trade is going to be a loser. And the only way that I see this move still playing out is if we come and clear out all of these lows, come inside here, this zone down here, and play off of that. But um, even if that happens, I'm actually done trading NQ on the day. Just gonna manage the gold trade. The gold trade gets stopped. That's it on the day, and we come back tomorrow. All right, not a trade for me. Gonna exit this. Um, I see what's happening. It's low key about to go lower, as you guys can see. There's kind of like this distribution happening. Um, so I'm aware, like, okay, maybe it could actually go lower. So I exit out the trade, take my loss, and that's really it for real. I ain't gonna lie. Not much else to it. So let's see if we could see prices continue trading lower like that. Maybe when it gets here, we see a bounce. But how it reacts here is really important. But I don't think I think that's it for me actually on that Q. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. So this is actually what I was waiting for. I'm gonna wait for it to close, but this will for sure, like no troll, actually be my last trade on the day. Only because if this really confirms, we should see it actually expand out. But I'm not gonna jump into it prematurely this time because I did that here and paid the price. So let's see what happens. I want to see how it's formed on the five. Yep, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, here we go. I want to see a break and close. If we can see that, that's exactly what I would want to see. And yeah, man, that's honestly why it's super crucial to not only take your comp firms off the 5 minute, but also just be patient and letting it setting up. Because my thing was when I started seeing the wicks start to hold up, I'm like, okay, maybe it's ready now, but that wasn't the case in this situation. It wasn't ready, and got a premature entry. So all we're doing now is just waiting for this candle to close above this gray candle. If we can get a close and a break, like it closes as a body, I'd be happy to actually take it. But if we don't get that, for sure, that's it. Um, and I know what some people might be thinking. Oh, you say you weren't gonna take it. Yeah, but when I see my signal, like I'm a straight shooter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like if I see my signal, I've matured in my trading to where I can afford to do this and not have it take a toll on my psychology. Like if I take this trade and it loses, I show up tomorrow with an opportunity to do it again. That's all that matters. So we're gonna let this play out. We're gonna let this develop. If I get my signal, I pull the trigger. If I don't, I don't take a trade, and it's really that simple. But would I advise this way of trading to other people? No, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you haven't developed that maturity in your trading to where you actually believe in your system, then you can't execute like this. Because you're gonna go on tilt after you see a loss or after you do something you didn't necessarily plan for, but instead use like discretionary decision making for. One of the biggest things that traders, especially that I hear talk about, like discretion versus mechanical, like trading, like being able to make decisions on the fly versus super only systematic. And I think for me, and what I found was worked for me is finding that healthy medium, because I'm fortunate enough to trade a strategy where the moves that we catch are riding the wave of the bigger players. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, guy. So this is my last one. I'm gonna take this with three cons instead of four, and put my stop right below the low, and my TP. My TP to start is gonna be here. Depending on how fast it gets here, I'll move it to where it originally was during the session. But to start, I'm gonna have my TP. Yeah, let's go to the 15-minute time frame before we set that. Yeah, so go right here. Um, so just make sure. Stop loss. Yeah, so don't got that much risk on the table, and there's still a lot of opportunity to make a lot of the profit. I mean, a lot of the losses back. So, yeah, this is a good TP, and you know, it's not me guessing or anything. It's actually me following the system. This is actually the proper entry that I was supposed to take initially, and that's the reason why I'm taking it. So, but for sure, if this loses, that's definitely my last one for sure. But you guys also see why it's also not always the greatest idea to close prematurely, because had I not actually closed this trade initially and let my stop just, you know, stay where it was at, I actually would still be in this trade, and there would be no loss that was incurred before getting the actual, you know what I mean? I just knew that the likelihood of this jump continuing higher after creating a bearish candle like that is actually low. But this was a scenario where it actually worked out. So what ended up happening is now I got to take on more risk, but that's the game, right? That's the game. If you're scared to take a risk, then you know what I mean. I don't really got no words for you, slum ball. I really don't got no words. You got to be able to take a risk in this game. And you got to do it unapologetically, knowing that you have a system that works. So that's all you guys saw me do here. You know, adapt in real time. That's what I like to call it. So wonder. Hopefully that junk not loud in the background. So what? Yeah, down about 4:30 on the day. So yeah, I'm gonna let this play out now, and that's really it for real. Uh, Gold is just like not moving. The joke is funny. So I guess what I'll do is I'll leave this trade up. It's 11:30 now, and I do want to have this like be recorded. I guess I don't mind leaving the stream until 12, but it's just let's see. Do I really want to do that? I don't mind. It's not a big deal for me, so I guess I'll let it rock for now. But definitely gonna be ending the stream soon. Um, and worst come to worst, I'll just start a screen recording of me in the trade and yeah, give you guys an update on how it ends up playing out. But because I know this might take some time, like I'm dead just on some shit where I might just walk away from it. So now I'm watching this to potentially close. Because if it, okay, this might be a loss. Yep. If it do, I already told y'all I'm cool regardless. All right. All right. I'm out of those guys. So that's it for the day. Losing day, but believe it or not, I actually feel amazing. Um, doesn't, take a hit at anything. Like, it's just part of the game. It's a challenge account, bro. Like, I think that's one thing that I've also, like, noticed. And I guess maybe this is a curse, but, like, trading a challenge account and trading a live funded,
Two different things.
yeah, it's two different things. Like, it's, how can I put it? Like,
Two different emotions you have towards it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit that this shit lost. So it just, all right, bet. Show up tomorrow, next week. There's gonna be plenty of opportunity to, make these losses back. Obviously, you guys see what's happening. The market is just set up actually for a sell. So now, sellers could look to take this down here to this low. But obviously, I'm done on the day. Gonna record this trade and hold up. And that's really it. But yeah, man, you just charge it to the game at the end of the day.
Yep.
Wait, this MGC. Let me delete that. Put that on MNQ. So
You still on the goal? Did you take goal?
yeah, but that shit just hovering. It's hovering at like break even.
Yeah, yeah, no.
But I still like it in terms of like it set up. It did what I wanted it to do. I'm just waiting to see if momentum comes in. Um,
Bro.
but if it don't come in, it's all good. I got my shit pretty much practically at break even. So if it dips back into the candle that it broke the previous one type shit on the confirm, then it's probably gonna be a break even trade. That's why I just like, man, I let go of it. But yeah, man, this shit was solid. I'm a long this trade real quick. Just paste that there. Do the rest. But yeah, stream. That's really all I got. Saya. I mean, I guess I got some end of stream words. You know what I'm saying? Just chop it up real quick. Like today was a losing day, and
Mhm.
it's okay because one, no live capital was lost. It's a challenge account. So as business owners, we are managing these challenge accounts, and some of them are gonna get blown. Some of them are gonna lose, but that's just a business expense, right? We're focused
Yeah.
on pumping out volume, staying focused on the process, and you know, as a result, we'll continue to get uh, funded accounts, past challenges. So yeah, you don't really do too much worrying when you know you have a system. That's one thing I can say. You know, um,
Oh, this shit is choppy as hell.
so yeah, bro. But this is what bro was talking about with the market conditions, man. Like we not
Like,
these conditions are tough for sure because you know everything was present and it still didn't work, and that's gonna happen. So I think if there was one thing I could leave y'all with, it would just be it really would be like just believe in yourself.
mhm.
Like,
Okay, and we talked about that at the beginning of the stream too. Is
hmm
how much we believe in ourselves, and at the end of the day, that's what all this comes down to is your belief. How far you willing to take. You're only gonna take it as far as you're willing to believe. You know what I'm saying? So.
it's and it's really that simple. Like you gotta, yeah, man. You only gonna take it literally, like. So I'm just like that's the biggest thing I could leave niggas with, man. Cause it's one thing for you guys to watch us and you guys see me say like these losses don't affect me or anything. But like I'm telling y'all, like literally, like this is another day in the office around here. You know what I'm saying?
This is another day.
It's not like we've never experienced this before. So we know how to deal with it. We know how to deal with situations when we have big losing day, small losing day, big winning day, small winning day. Systems in place for all of that. You know, we got review systems, we got all of that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna review my stuff. I'm gonna see what went well, what didn't go well, what I can improve on, and I show back up tomorrow and focus on executing the plan again.
And that's all you can do.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got a quarter, a $800 payout waiting on me. So like, who's really laughing? You know what I'm saying? But 800 ain't shit. But the point is, like, money is being made. We're focused. We know that we have a scalable business because we've turned our business into systems. So all this getting in the way of that is effort and time. You gotta believe in yourself. I know I'm gonna scale. I know Saya gonna scale. Like this shit,
Oh yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean? And I just want to run you guys through the mindset that we carry because it's very hard for a new trader to come and watch a stream like this and say, "Oh damn, they lost today. They don't know what they're doing," or "They lost
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
They definitely feel sick. He's lying." Like I promise y'all, like I'm gonna have a good rest of my day.
No, that's
So
right.
like, uh,
No funny shit, bro.
yeah. So
Regardless of what happened, it's the same thing, same routine. Work out and go about our day. We do what we have to go do.
yeah, bro.
Same shit.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel lucky to even have live stream today. And honestly, it's great that I lost on stream. You know, so that people know like this shit is not sweet. It's not sweet, but it can be done, and we're gonna show you. So, uh, that's really it. That's really all I got. Believe in yourself. It's really all come down to self belief. You know, the only reason why I was comfortable even streaming and Sal's comfortable even coming out is because we just know we're gonna get there one day, regardless of whether the camera is on or off. So
Off. Yep.
we really on that. But appreciate everybody who came to the stream, and we're gonna catch y'all. I might stream tomorrow, might as well. But if I don't trade, then obviously I won't stream. Um, but then next week, yeah, we on that for sure. We gonna start off June on a bang, and yeah, we just keep the wheels moving.
Yes, sir, of course.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know if you got any last words for the stream before I end this.
No, for all right, for everybody, for all the traders out there that got started already, keep going, man. Keep going. If you're going through a rough time, and I know it's a rough time in the market right now, trust me. Perfect example right now.
Yep.
Um, just stay disciplined, follow your rules, and you'll get through it. the point and the goal is to preserve capital. You know what I'm saying? And to make as much capital as possible. But at the same time, understand that we are in rough market conditions. So going for 1 to 6 RRs is not the likely thing to do in market conditions like this. And with experience, you'll understand that. And yeah, it just comes with experience. For anybody that's looking to get started out there, you got to lock in. You got to lock in. Like, this is not easy. This is not something to be played with, for real, for real. Like, you will be challenged. Like, all your insecurities, your ego, your impatience, all that shit is gonna be tested and will be exposed. So be prepared for that. Um, yeah, and I'll leave y'all with that.
Shit, that was fire, bro. Well said. I ain't gonna lie.
Got to provide them with some gems for me to think about throughout the rest of the day.
Heard that. Well, that's it. Stream. It's been real. We catch y'all next week.
Next week, sure.